Up to the fam, shouts out to the team. It's the Round Podcast. It's your boy Ben Good. Got my rounds with me, hatchback, and my round rent, aka what? Pit not the
The
pet.
pit, not the palace, baby. I'm from the pit, not the palace.
Boy, you
Yes,
be
sir.
switching them up on the regular. You hear me? We got Hatchet back there, got the real Zen background going on. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Working in the streets, but he always with us. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely appreciate you, my nigga.
for sure. On location at the Asian Grill, about to grab me some fire. He did.
I ain't mad at you on that, and we
Oh,
definitely gonna be
get some of
talking
that
about
cat rat
health.
dog.
So, uh,
Okay, right dog.
hopefully, you're eating good. You did.
Right.
Hey, bro. We got a special guest. Shouts out to Cave, man. He a little ill. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely wishing him well and a speedy recovery.
Get well soon, my dog. You heard me.
Yeah, bro. We hope everything good with you. And we got our other round rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? Now we've been telling y'all for a minute. We got multiple people we gonna bring on who out the camp. And y'all gonna see him at various times. This brother right here, he been rocking with us for a minute. We're gonna bring him on. Just wanted to give him a little alley oop at first and kind of let y'all know, we're gonna have somebody on different with us today. But he definitely a trill one, you know what I'm saying? He been rocking with us for a minute. That's our homie Jay Spade. Whew.
AKA J Black.
All right, now
Blizzle.
what's good with it? What's good with it, fellas?
What's that? I'm with it.
What's good with it, Round?
Oh
How
man,
you
cool.
Doing? How you
Uh,
living?
man, everything good, bro. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love.
Hey,
Already,
so
bro.
let me ask you a quick question, Jay.
hmm
How many days uh did you cry when Tom Brady retired?
Uh, zero,
Okay.
zero. He's uh he's provided 20+ years of joy for me. You feel me?
I
I'm
knew
saying.
that, boy.
For
Yeah, it's
sure.
about damn time. I feel you. I
He
couldn't have
was
said
a
it
threat.
better myself.
Hey, real quick debate. The best ever?
At that position, I would say yes. Overall, I can understand and different eras. I can understand other people choices.
No, we talking about quarterback.
Yes,
Better than Tom. Better than Joe Montana.
yes.
What you say about that? Good.
We definitely gonna have to dig into that one, baby. You know what I'm saying? I would like to peel back the layers a little bit. I
Right.
would like to
Right.
say Joe never lost a Super Bowl, but I could be wrong. Obviously, Tom went to more than Joe, but it's kind of like the Jordan LeBron thing to me in that regard. You know what I'm saying? So Jordan never lost, neither did Joe.
Right. Right. What you say, Ray?
I don't got a. I'm not a Brady fan. He'll tell you I can't stand Brady. But if he's gonna be called the GOAT at that position, I don't have a problem with it. To me, the best football player of all time, I got to go with Jerry Rice or Barry Sanders or somebody like that. But if we talking strictly quarterback, I mean, kiss the ring. Shit, what could you say? Like, to me, he solidified it when he went to Tampa Bay and won a ring first year. People could say he handpicked this team and this and that, but he still made that shit work. So I don't got no problem with him being called the GOAT.
And it's one check I want to put in favor of Brady over Montana. Montana had a I would say when it come to coaching, it's wasn't what Montana had a Jerry Rice. Brady had a Mouse for a little while. So Montana had the better offense than Tom Brady, I would say.
He won one without Rice, though.
Yeah, and he never had a Rob Gronkowski. I mean, Brent Jones
So
was good. Brent Jones was great. I take nothing away from Brent Jones, but he didn't have the explosiveness as a Rob Gronkowski uh, going across
if
the
my
middle
mem-
in the mismatches. You know what I'm saying?
if my memory served me correct, they had a tight end by the last name of Clark. You know who I'm talking about?
That's the catch
Yeah, he,
one.
he was an old though. He was an old guy when
We're
they
not
were.
talking. We don't want to. We talking about talent, right? He was a
Yeah,
talented
but
tight end.
right, he was. But I mean, if you taking your last little bit in the tank, you know, you could be talented, but you only got so much in the tank. You know what I mean?
One drive to win it all, something of value for you on the line, like you got a leg or arm on the line or something like that.
Brady or
Who
Joe?
you? Yeah, Brady or Joe. Who you going with?
I'm going with Joe.
I'm taking Joe.
I'm going with
I'm
time.
going with Joe.
I'm
going
I'm
with Joe.
going with I'm going with
I'm going
time,
with
and I
Joe.
would say this. Fellas. We consider the Legion of Boom to be one of the greatest defenses ever, right? Can I say that?
Right.
Tom Brady beat him.
Debatable.
Yeah, it's a cover 3 scheme, but I mean, nevertheless, a lot of talent.
They're highly regarded secondary.
A lot of talent on the
Tom lost twice to the Giants defense.
Or was it
Hello.
Belichick?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Or was it Belichick?
Oh,
Dog, one
No,
of my
I say
first football
no.
memories
Bill
was
Belichick
Brady
doesn't coach.
driving that
Bill
thing down the
Belichick
field
doesn't coach
against
the offense.
Cincinnati and scoring a touchdown to John Taylor. He didn't get him in field goal range. He drove down the field and got a touchdown. You know
to
what I'm
who?
saying?
To who ran?
To John Taylor, not Jerry Rice. John Taylor.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
85.
saying? So
85.
so at the end of the day,
like 82. Yeah, man.
and then Joe got the LeVar Ball with him too. Never lost. Never seen him lose in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? He get that in his money time. So
Right.
I'm gonna go with Joe.
And
Nah.
don't forget, even when like he went over to Kansas City, he was still, you know what I'm saying, competing at a high level. And I think he could have played, you know, maybe 3-4 years past.
I love the
You
way
know?
y'all walk into it for me. So let's talk about those two things. One, so when the 49ers did him a Tom Brady first, San Francisco got rid of him, right? Went to
Right.
Kansas City. What's the furthest he made it?
He didn't
Say
get to the
again?
Super Bowl. Maybe AFC Championship.
Right.
Maybe.
Tom first year won the Super Bowl. That's
Right.
one thing he got on Joe. Ren.
That's not on Joe. That has nothing to do with Joe.
It's a
When
team
ren.
sport. I would like to think that the Bucs team was better than the
No.
Chiefs, but you know,
Let's
Well, the
let's
Chiefs
be
did
fair
have
about it.
Marcus Allen, Hall of Fame running back. You know what I'm saying? They had a damn
oh
good
man,
defense at
come
the
on,
time.
like Had said, so much in the tank, baby.
Come
Y'all,
on, man.
For the Chiefs, he was not, you know what I'm saying, in this golden.
Yeah, he was. He
He
done
was
ran
still
his legs out when
productive,
he was in
but
Oakland.
you know what I'm
say
saying?
fellas, and when I say 28-3, I'm waiting.
You played against the Falcons. The Falcons. I mean,
Yeah,
anybody could
I
have played
mean,
against
it's the
the Falcons,
Falcons.
bro. It's the Falcons. It's the Falcons. Look, everybody knew that was going to happen.
I mean,
Mr. Goody, who was the offensive coordinator for the Falcons at that time?
Kyle Shanahan.
It
Oh,
don't.
okay.
Look. Good. I know he was going to throw that in your face.
look, it's all good, baby. That don't have nothing to do with Joe. You know,
No, it don't. It don't.
we gonna bring it back home.
I'm gonna be honest. Like Joe was in 6'5", 235, 45 pounds. Joe was what they was called an undersized quarterback. You know what I'm saying? The Drew Brees, cerebral, more about accuracy and timing rather than just throwing it down the field. He didn't have the biggest arm. He had a decent sized arm. He can make most of the throws. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't making no deep 20-yard outs and shit like that. But West Coast offense, efficiency, you know what I'm saying? Nobody did it better. Nobody
And
did it better.
I would just disagree and say Tom Brady was a 6th-round pick. What round did Joe
That
Montana?
mean nothing. That
Hold
don't
up,
mean
hold
nothing.
up. Let me finish. Joe Montana was drafted at what round?
That means absolutely
I
nothing.
don't know. I don't
Because
even know.
look, that's all.
I
That's all
think he was first
politics.
round pick, huh?
Listen, that's all politics. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of guys that every year, especially around this time, Mike Mayock and all of these so-called pundits, right? They get in there and they find somebody based on their metrics that they want to promote or whatever, based on however, what quarterback they're looking for or what the league is talking about. So 6th round pick, 1st round pick, whatever. As long as you get there and you be able to perform, you know what I'm saying? Like, so what? He was a 6th round pick. He still was drafted.
It adds to the story, Hatch. That matters. When you
No, it
I
don't.
it
agree.
adds to the career.
I
That
agree
adds,
because
bro.
as a
I
sixth
don't.
round pick, you don't have as much leeway, and it speaks to the perseverance. Like if you're a first round pick, you pretty much know you got a solid 4-5 years with a team. They're gonna give you every chance. But
Now,
sixth
see,
round pick, I'm gonna stake you
but
out of there. Like
it
nobody owe you
depends.
nothing.
It depends on your position, and it depends on who you are. Come on, man. Like let's be honest with what we talking about here. We talking about some people can hold clipboards for years and job be safe because there was a place prepared for them. Like, come on, now. Like let's not wipe out what we looking at here.
I know, but
Okay, well if we put a magnifying glass on it and look at, and this is what I'm big on, look at performance in the playoffs. What did you do when the lights was the brightest? I mean, time blow everybody out the water, dog. Like he's the standard in playoff
No,
performance.
listen.
I'm gonna say
He
that.
was early in his career. He was a recipient of some very fortunate calls, the Tuck rule and all of this shit. They built up the legend of Tom Brady. Come on, don't act like this. He was just a dog when it comes to
Okay,
that.
that's one. Let's take that one off the board. Let's say it's no tuck rule and the Raiders win. So that's one. How many you got?
Okay,
6 or 7?
what? Okay,
7.
what about?
Okay, so now let's put him at 6. Okay.
Okay, so put him at 6. All right.
They say
Now,
he cheated
what
against
about?
the who else they cheated against? The
The
Eagles or
flip.
somebody?
No, the flake gate.
Deflate gate.
Mhm.
They won the Super Bowl with the Deflategate?
Absolutely.
The year after.
Okay, take that off. So now you got 5.
Okay. Last year, I don't really count that one because for number one,
Oh,
listen, this is why I don't count that one. Just
Nigga
like
said,
I
"I'm
don't
the
count
best."
this one. Like, and I'm going back and I'm looking, I'm like, is this shit really competitive? Or are they doing what they want to do in this league when they're talking about certain teams playing at home and and all of this bullshit? They want to play in Miami, they want to play in LA, and they want those teams and big markets and all of this bullshit. I'm looking at the games in this last year's game and this year's Super Bowl. It wasn't that shit didn't really look like football to me. Because to be
okay. So
honest,
let's take that one off. Let's take that one off. Now we down to 4. We took the last one off because you ain't like it. So now we down. Now we down to 4. We done took 3 Super Bowls away, and he's still tied with Joe.
yeah,
That's not amazing to you. You
no.
take 3 Super Bowls away from anybody, they ain't nothing.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. Like I said, some people, the way is made for them. Some
Then
people, the
why they
way is made
chose
for
Hey,
him?
them.
Why
but,
they
but,
chose the 6th round dude?
but when you say the like
Just like,
the
just
way it
like.
was made for them,
Mhm.
like Jay said, he a 6th round pick, bro. He don't
But
have
I'm
a
talking.
lot of leeway. He catch on. Now I'm with you with the tuck rule. I wasn't a fan of it. I thought it was some fluky shit. Show me where it was in the rule book for, then I all give you down. You know what I'm
No, it
saying?
wouldn't.
So
It's not in the rule book now.
I do understand what you're saying, but at some point in time, the lights was on him and he had to perform. You know what I'm saying? Nah, did he cheat? Hell yeah, nigga cheated sometime. You feel me? But at the end of the day, I think a lot of people be doing some shifty shit in the name of trying to win. I just think you can't really say that he not nice with it, bro. I don't really care
I
for him.
never said he wasn't nice.
He
I
nice.
would I would never
I say he
I
one
would never
B,
say
and I say
the
Joe
the,
1A. You feel me?
the question the question
What
was
they play for?
the
What you
question
play the
was
game for?
either
Chips
him or Joe.
and bread.
That was the question. The question wasn't if he was nice or not. Out of all of
Oh
the
no,
quarterbacks, we talking about him or Joe. That's what we were talking about. I'm not saying he's not nice. I'm saying
So you could go either way with me, and I ain't gonna lie. That's why I don't like saying of all time. I like to cut it down in the eras because I think Montana clearly the best of his era, Brady clearly the best of his era. Now, if you comparing the two, it's so many factors that go into it because Brady ain't never been hit like Montana used to get hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he ain't playing
be,
against
be,
them caliber of
because
defense.
look, because hold on. You know why though? You know why though? Because they made rules to protect Tom Brady, to
As they
protect his
should.
head. to protect
they
his
should.
lead.
As they
No,
should.
why? He's a football player like the other. He's not a
They should
football
have been
player.
protecting.
No,
If we
the
want our
game changed
sons,
though.
if
The
we
game
want our
changed though.
sons to play football, if you want football to continue in America, yeah, you have to get safety first. It can't be the
Safety
60s and
first for
70s
who
no
though?
more.
If it's safety first, it's safety
It's
first for
safe,
all of them. It's not safety first for just the quarterback.
They
right?
made rule changes to protect the receivers and
Facts.
all type of other shit, but it's the
Yeah,
quarterback more
Protect
because
the
they the
bread.
marquee player.
Yeah,
That's the star. That's the
that man.
attraction.
Listen, I don't want to
they
hear that.
earned it.
That's the star shit. I don't want to hear that. That's the star because every team don't have every team don't have a star quarterback. They got
And
star
most of
players,
those
but they don't have a
teams
star
not that
quarterback.
good though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like a place is being prepared for the quarterback, the
Oh,
star,
now
the leader. That's all. That's some bullshit to me.
But
we
I have a
did.
question. If Montana Pierce, listen to this. If you YouTube this, the Terry Bradshaws, the Doug Williams, everybody that played the John Elways, what would you say if Montana Pierce called Brady the GOAT?
That ain't got nothing to do with me. This is my opinion.
Hey, bro, let me ask you
And
something, Jay Black.
I say that
Would
Joe
Paul
is better.
Pierce call LeBron the GOAT?
No, they played against each other.
At the
I
time or
competed with
now?
him.
No, I
At
don't
any
think
point.
he ain't never calling him the
Period.
GOAT.
I
But
played
is
against
that
him.
based on personal feelings or are we
Yeah,
being realistic?
It's
I'm not
it's
calling
based
my
on his
You
peers
would
it's
think it's
based on
the
his
personal.
best ever.
So would John Elway say
competitive
that
perspective.
Joe Montana is the, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's his contemporary. Like I
But
view you as an
everybody gonna feel
equal.
like that, fellas. Everybody, most of his contemporaries call Brady the GOAT, including Terry Bradshaw.
Have you ever heard a
You know what
popular
I'm saying?
opinion?
Most of LeBron's called Jordan the GOAT. And the old
Right.
head too. But you know, most of the people play with LeBron. They like LeBron, even Iman Shumpert, that's his dog. He boy nice, but Jordan the GOAT. So to hear somebody who then been your kind of your rival, a la Paul Pierce, to be like Jordan the GOAT, in this instance, John Elway be like Tom Brady. Not saying that it's not true, but I can also understand why it's easy for you to say that.
But if somebody say Brady's the GOAT, you're not pulling your hair out, right? That's all I want to say.
That's why I say 1A, 1B. I take Joe 1A, but
Yeah, it could
like
go either way for me. I
I
don't
don't
really
like Brady,
have
but you can't.
if you ask me to pick with everything on the line, I would pick Montana. But if somebody say Brady the GOAT and I look at all the goddamn rings compared to anybody who I would say in opposition to him, I
I
just
would say
gotta let it
okay.
go.
It's okay for me to feel how I feel when you feel how you feel.
Facts, definitely. That's what
Because
makes the conversation good.
I'm looking at certain things. When you're looking at certain things, the number one thing for me in football is not winning no championships. That's not the number one thing.
What's the
Number
number
one thing is you performing at the highest level with what you have. I take the results no matter what the fuck it is. You ain't go out there and you ain't stink the joint up. You gave it what you had, and whatever the results is, I take it.
And Brady
And by
didn't
that
do that?
standard, what's the
Like
knock on Brady by that standard?
let's take Barry Sanders. For the fact that he never had one championship or Super Bowl appearance, a lot of people are afraid to say he's the best football player that has ever played in the NFL. Now I think that's unfair because he went out there and he did everything he could with his ability. Shit you ain't never seen before. But he don't get no recognition as being a top person because of championship.
I wouldn't
I
even
think
say
that's a
because
little
of
shitty.
championships. I think
Huh?
it's because of his performance in the playoffs. I never forget watching the game against Green Bay where he didn't get no yards in the playoffs. And Detroit
And let
didn't
me ask you
have
this.
many opportunities in the playoffs.
Now let me ask you this. When you running out of a single back set with no fullback, double tight, and you have a trash line and no receivers and a garbage ass quarterback, who else is getting the ball?
The same person who been getting it all season who got 2,000 yards in that same situation.
You're right. You're right. And you could see games to where he would be 15 rushes for 5-10 yards, negative yards, and then all of a sudden he will make something miraculous happen. and he would just be him. I mean, that was just him. Once you play in the best teams, it gonna take more than just him. And I'm saying he did all he could do. Detroit didn't do shit for him.
I'm just saying that's why he's not regarded like that. Because when you say you the best player ever to play the game, and then we look at, okay, now we splitting hairs because everybody have Hall of Fame careers. Everybody pull up some phenomenal stats. Like you said, let's see what you do when the lights are the brightest and the stage is the biggest. You can't just be an absolute dud and blame the same teammates that you had success with all year and say that's why I couldn't perform. I don't. I seen Emmett running with the separated shoulder. I seen the Cowboys trying to win without him. I seen them have to beg him to come back because they 0-2, and then he come back and they take off. So to me, that kind of illustrated his impact. Yeah, Detroit always been garbage, but in the playoffs, nigga, Emmett ain't never give you no disappearing name.
Emmett ain't never had to play in the fucking conditions that Barry Sanders played in. If Barry Sanders would have played for the fucking Dallas Cowboys, dude, the motherfucker probably would rush for 5,000 yards in the fucking season. Running behind Moose Johnson, Jay Novacek on the outside kicking out. You got Nate Newton, you got Leon Lett, you got dogs.
Hey,
I'm talking
you
about
play
Hall
the
of
hands you
Famers.
dealt.
Their whole line. Look, how many Hall of Famers linemen was on that team, and how many Hall of Fame linemen was on fucking Detroit team?
Dog, it's hard to get to the Hall of Fame when you ain't winning shit.
You ain't hear me. I'm talking about
Dallas got
you
Hall
ain't
of
winning
Famers
because you
because
ain't
they won
good.
in Super Bowls. Because Emmett was toting that thing in the playoffs. Barry was toting that thing behind these garbage
He was
linemen in the
running
regular
5
season.
yards without getting touched, bro. He was
Don't
getting tackled by
Barry
safeties.
make people miss though?
Listen, behind the line of scrimmage, he touched 3-4 times before he get to the second level. He was just that good.
I just want to see it when the lights on, baby.
I hear you.
Hey, bro, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, me myself. I'm gonna take Walter Payton. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm a Marshall guy myself.
Who?
You say
You
Marshall
who?
Falk, boy. You done threw a
Marshall
little monkey
Falk.
wrench in the shit. You know
Marshall.
Yeah, all of them come from the Barry Sanders School of Russian.
Yeah, everybody won't
Finesse.
be. But I take Barry I take Marshall because he like Barry with a ring. You know.
Like I'm about to say, I didn't know Barry had a school of Russian. You dig? But you know that's
You
first
could
I heard.
you could look at his style of running.
Oh yeah,
Different
he
running
definitely
backs have
watched some
different
Barry.
styles of running. Like Marshall Falk to me was the prettiest open field runner like ever. Like his shit was so fluid and balanced. He can do a lot of things that other running backs can't do. You know what I'm saying? He may not run over you, and he may not run by everybody, but he gonna make that one or two moves and get you to stop for that quick second, and then you can take off.
Yeah. And he catching that thing out the backfield. And he taking garbage teams and turning them into something. You know what I'm saying? So give me Marshall.
What garbage team
And he from
turned
the
into
crib.
something?
The Rams. They sent them over there. Remember? They sent them over there. They had a backup quarterback, and it was Marshall, getting it popping. MVP season. Come on, man. And guess what? And when they got to the playoffs, guess what it was more of? Marshall.
Did he was it not called 1,000 receiving?
Yeah. Was it not called the greatest show on turf?
Yeah.
That's once they got the rest of them niggas.
Yeah, he was the engine.
Yeah, they knew.
Okay.
Yeah. But he was doing that. Go check him out in Indy though. First year. Yeah, breaking Pro Bowl records and everything. That's when they really used to play in the Pro Bowl too.
I just want to mention too, the greatest show on turf was one of the opponents that Tom Brady defeated in the New Orleans Superdome in 2002.
I was at that game.
We're gonna credit that to Belichick, baby. You know
boy, I tell you,
Rodney Harrison,
credit that to Belichick. Y'all shut down the greatest show on turf.
Been good, baby, ladies.
That's that good coaching. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of the crib, you know, we'll transition a little bit from the sports, though we know we're gonna get back to the sports. You feel me? what? Well, I know it done already kicked off, but I know next week, well, this week and rolling into next week, it is good old Mardi Gras in the city. You know what I'm saying? Everybody down there getting it in. I don't know if y'all brothers going home. Y'all can let me know that. As we go around this little table. But Mardi Gras memories, man. Whether they fine or they might not be so good. Y'all got any memories from Mardi Gras y'all would like to share with the people?
We used to wake up at like 2 in the morning, dude. Pack up and get in the back of that fucking truck and be on the goddamn Claiborne. And it used to be cold as shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? My
Y'all
uncle
had the
was,
ladders and shit though. Y'all
bro,
had the
man. We had the ladders, we had the porta potty, we had the grill out there. You know,
y'all was done, and
look, everybody was you know, had area roped off, and when you come early, you get to do all of that. Suppose that's what the tradition is.
right, right.
Um,
Um,
it was some good times, bro. Like when I was younger, but as time went by, bro, shit started getting more and more like crazy. I mean, it could have been always been like that. Maybe me growing up and looking at things differently. Uh, I don't see no reason to go out that motherfucker. Like, to be honest, like I don't really know why the people in the city are still participating in Mardi Gras.
The
I mean,
tradition, baby, tradition. We gonna touch on that in a little bit. What you got from it, J Spade?
growing up in the Lafitte on Orleans and Tonti, I'm on the avenue, so Zulu passing right by me on Claiborne, so I'm always in the action. 8 o'clock in the morning, Zulu pass. I'm on the top porch, so I'm in the heart of Zulu right there. I just remember waking up, man, me and my partner going pump gas on Mardi Gras Day, baby, making
Bro,
that change, making buku money. Coming from the projects, we ain't got shit. You feel me? So, made some good money on Mardi Gras Day, baby. Getting a hustle on. Can I pump your gas for $2? You know what I'm saying? Made some good money. You make your money. We go by the Claiborne Bridge. You know what I'm saying? We get fly. I did bring my kids to Mardi Gras a couple of years ago. I want to
they
say
enjoyed it.
2019. They enjoyed it. My pop still stay on Santa Ana across the street from the Zulu Club, so I'm still, you feel me, I'm right there by the Zulu Club. Y'all know how the Zulu ball go. You feel me? I'm thinking about going, but if I do go, probably won't be at too many parades. I'll probably be right there by the Zulu Club chilling. But it's still up in the air for me.
Nah, I got you, bro. Cuz you look like you. The way you look at don't look like this.
Nah. I'm just thinking as everybody talking, like for me, it's like really pros and cons. Like, cause coming up, like one of my first memories of Mardi Gras was like negative. My mama got into it with like one of the police officers who be working a parade, and I don't know what they got into it for, but moms ain't backing down, and I'm like, fuck, man. And I remember having a thought like, damn, if she go to jail, how am I get home? She ain't wind up going to jail or no shit or whatever, but that was kind of like a initial thing with Mardi Gras. And as I got older, I enjoyed it because I used to go with my partners from the hood, and we used to wild out and have fun. And when Mardi Gras, it's a lot of new faces in town. So like Jay says, hustle time, you know what I'm saying? And meet a lot of new people or whatever. But as I got older and older, that shit got like right now when niggas say Mardi Gras, I just think of traffic and a whole bunch of people and everything overpriced and Corona juice everywhere. I will pass. Like, and dog, even as I got a little older, like Jay said, I stayed right there, a block off Canal. So Endymion was the big thing for us. And Zulu Pass right there. I used to catch it right by you, Jay. But at the
hmm
same time, man, after a few years, like, what are we really doing? We all out here trying to catch beads and cups. Like, what's like? I don't really want no beads and cups. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it just, I don't know. I overanalyze shit. So I just be kind of feeling like, what's the point? But just like you said, Jay, I bought my kids because I wanted them to experience the culture and some of the same shit we felt growing up. But as a parent, I felt I'm like so anxious, like trying to watch them and make sure no shit don't happen and shit like
Right.
that. Like I can't, I couldn't enjoy it as a parent with my kids the same way I did as a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, bro. Mardi Gras, like when I think about it, it was sweet. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my Uncle Russ. You know what I'm saying? DJ Russ is still the best DJ I know. You know what I'm saying? Man, I used to be running with my uncle, bro. You know what I'm saying? Having big fun. You know what I'm saying? He was crazy. I remember when they threw it. You know, I ain't tripping off the bees. I always wanted to catch the cups and, you know what I'm saying, all the extra shit. You know what I'm saying? And it for me, it wasn't nothing like seeing a slew of them cups going at nigga. Like when they buku up, you feel me? And I'm just running, trying to, you know, snag, tip, you know, man, just competing with my other cousins, trying to see who could catch the most shit. And then going, we used to be uptown, like on Napoleon, right off Claiborne. You feel me? Set up, like had say rope it off. You know, you got the grills going, all the family come out there. You feel me? And you just kick it. You feel me? The truck parades always wind up stopping and getting locked up there for hours. So at some point, you just shut it down and, you know, time to go to the crib. But I remember the early morning getting up to go get the spot. It's cold and sitting there setting up and shit. And as I got older, you know, I wasn't too much on it, you know, the big crowd, you know, and all that shit. But they'd bring my kids and I was able to kind of do what I used to do on Mardi Gras Day in a smaller scale, right there off Magazine once they changed the route. So got the kind of pass the tradition on a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Give them a little taste. So hopefully they, you know, my son's memories of it be cool too. But I always liked it, and ain't nothing like that king cake, baby. Woo! I know that's right. If I ain't going, I'm still gonna make sure I get me a king cake every year. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, look, I'm trying to set my king cake delivery up as we speak. And something you
Look,
said
hold on,
brought
hold
back a
on, man,
memory
hold
like the
on, man. I ain't talking about the goddamn cinnamon roll with the color on it. You feel me? With all the icing and the whoop de whoop. I'm talking about
what you talking.
the bread with the powdered sugar on, you know, with the sugar on it, not the cinnamon roll daddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Where
gonna be
you get it
specific.
from? Cause where you get it from? Cause I'm that's kind of sound like what I'm talking about, but I don't know.
I'm on the Mackenzies. You feel me? Go to
Oh
the
yeah, see,
Tasty
yeah, that's
Donut.
king cake.
Grab that thing from the Tasty Donut.
Randazzo's, man, got the best king cake.
Oh, you got the stuffed apple fritters and all that shit.
I don't know what that is.
Nah, I don't want
Name
no
the king cake.
stuffing. I just want a regular plain king cake.
Hey, they
Yeah,
got
just give me a king cake.
Don't
yeah,
even put no baby in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, put that shit on the side.
man, they
Yeah.
disappointed you when they start putting the baby in that thing. You hear me? You put it on the side because it could be a choke hazard. Like a man, look,
You damn right it could be a choke hazard, boy. Shit.
man, you
But how
eat that.
fast you eat?
Yeah, how you eat, baby?
Man,
Yeah.
shit, boy. You know,
Not
chicks from
good.
the crib used to swallowing them babies.
Oh man, go ahead.
Not
You
good.
know what
You
I'm
said
saying? But
What came man that when you need him?
the I said something about I don't know why people still participate in Mardi Gras, and you said it's the tradition. Okay. So what is really the tradition of Mardi Gras? What is Mardi Gras? My son asked me that the other day.
Well,
I had to tell him.
when I say the tradition, I'm talking about specifically of what I was doing with my family, and that just gathering and fellowship.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm asking you, what's the tradition of Mardi Gras? What is Mardi Gras? What is Fat Tuesday?
Oh no, like we'd have to look it up to get the, you know, all I know is the parade. Now high tying to the Ash Wednesday and we have to
Mardi
go
Gras.
to the street.
Mardi Gras is 40 days before Easter, right? It's the
Okay.
start of Lent season. You know, the
There you go.
Catholics for Lent, they give up drinking and sex and meat and whatever they shit for 40 days, and then on Good Friday they start busting it open again, and then whatever. So Mardi Gras was really the last big hoorah before you do that
You
that
turn it.
that that,
You
that
turn
40
it
day
down.
Lent,
Okay.
right? So we always been exploited for Mardi Gras. Like they'll come to the city, right? And we'll have this big old party or whatever. And then like there's a lot of shit going on in the masquerade balls and all kind of shit,
Mhm.
uh, throughout the history. But I'm just saying, like, what it is, most of us ain't Catholic. Like it's a Catholic tradition. What does Ash Wednesday, Good Friday, Easter Sunday, what that have to do with most people from the South?
And say, dog, it's funny you say that, and I guess really it's just, for lack of better saying, it's really all in what you into. You feel me? Like, I'm not Catholic, so I'm not really looking at it on that aspect, even if that's what it was based on. Then I
Right.
would see you get the Mardi Gras Indians to come out, you know what I'm saying, and you really get to see what is your culture, what you don't really understand is your culture. But when they come out at that time, at least you get to see it, even though if you haven't necessarily put two and two together. So while it
Right.
might be, I guess culturally off basis for some, at the same time it's exposing you to some of your culture on the slick, if
Right.
that makes sense to you. And then, like
Right.
I was saying, I'm really just trying to set up, just time to be with the fam. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
kind of
that's
like
what
Christmas and shit. I
man.
don't necessarily jive with it, but I'm off from work. It's time that I can get with my people so I can set up things
Right.
during the time period.
And family coming from out of town. You feel me? Family you ain't seen
Yeah,
in a long time.
if you're in the city, it's hard to avoid. It's unavoidable. Like it's Mardi Gras time. Like so, if you really don't want to participate, you damn near gotta leave. I done took a few vacations around Mardi Gras just because I didn't want to deal with the traffic and the crowd and this and that. But for the most part, I mean, if you there, like you say, family coming in town with their man, show me around, let's get it popping. Like so, even if you're planning on chilling, you getting it in. I know when my cousin them come, look, they won't hear bourbon, they trying to get drunk, they trying to get it in, and I'm the tour guide, whether I like it or not.
And just the fun and of course Mardi Gras for us back then was, and that's why we speak on it, because Mardi Gras back then, I'm talking in the 90s, early 2000s, but like before Katrina, that's when I enjoyed Mardi Gras. And being single too, baby. You got the Mardi Gras
Young,
ladies.
wild, and free, huh?
Look, young wild,
Man,
look,
look,
say halftime in
we going
Bourbon
down
Street,
under the
baby.
bridge.
Look, out of town women coming in. Oh yeah, let's go, baby.
Yeah, it used to be going on underneath the bridge. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Yeah, so
the youngsters don't really kind of blew it for me when it comes to even being out there with your family. Last time I went was like 2017. Well, I felt so naked out there. It was so many people back to your back, and people looking at you crazy, and you know what I'm saying. You got to weigh who you gonna look at. You know what I'm saying, how you gonna, and it's
Look, man,
just too much.
some of that too. No, not being at home on the regular, baby. Look,
Bro.
you get comfortable, you get back in that water, you realize, boy, look at it's still real.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, look, I don't have, I read. It's in me for me to be vigilant on what I'm, my surroundings. But when I'm here, for the most part, I ain't like on 100%
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
being everywhere I go.
So now you get home, them antennas, they up. You on full alert again. You feel me? You don't want to be on 100 all the time no more, boy.
I'm not a fan of them big ass crowds and shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? I ain't necessarily feeling naked. It's just about like if some shit pop off, what you call it? How you gonna get to it? It's a whole bunch of shit you gotta
and then when you get back to your car, is the bitch gonna be broken into? Is your goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Is the motherfucker gonna be hiding?
I mean,
yeah, well, I try to stay right there in the family pockets.
There you go, baby. There you go.
And not to say that
look, I
happened, you know what I'm saying, but I'm not really going to the Bacchus and what
Oh,
I'm saying.
no.
If I creep around in them here, shouts out to Warren Easton, I'm going to set up by the school, holler at my people, and then I'm dipping really full of shit, really get popping. I'm in and out, man. I ain't trying to really, I'm good.
You gotta know how to move.
I'm set up with the fam. I'm on the barbecue pit. y'all really at the parade. I'm doing all the cooking, and I might go down there and look a little bit, but shit, I'm handling the business, trying to let the churn
Right.
enjoy it. So nah, I'm out the fray, baby.
I have a question for y'all.
But
If you was the mayor, would you, because the pandemic is technically still going on, would y'all still have had Mardi Gras this year?
They had the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm about to say they had the Super Bowl, they had football
All-Star
games.
game.
Like at this point, fuck,
yeah, you
the
gotta
strong,
kind of give them
the
something.
survival of the fittest at
Hey.
this point. You hear me?
They just had
Get your
Daytona
ass-
500, huh?
See what you made of.
Right.
Put that vaccine to the test.
And all the 9 boosters you had.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all done vax that thing up. Now go out there and throw me something, mister. And they're gonna throw you that corona and see if that vaccine working.
Oh, you gotta get your code words on, cuz.
My bad, cuz I forgot, dog. Damn.
Yeah, we gotta.
My bad, cuz nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got to figure out what we gonna say, bro.
Hey, look.
Nah, just get the scissors. We good. Get the scissors. Get the
Beignets.
haircut. We
Look,
good.
go and take you some beignets or something. I don't know. Call it something.
Not the
Now
big
look, I ain't gonna lie, dog. When I go home, that's what I want to do. I want to go with when there's least traffic as possible. I want to hit all the spots I want to eat at without the line wrap around the corner. You know what I'm saying? And be good.
So look,
I'm a dip through after Mardi Gras, baby.
Yeah. When everybody all parted out.
You already
and the
know.
number one reason, good, I don't want to go down like for Mardi Gras no more. Cause we were talking about this shit too. If somebody try you, what you gonna do? As a grown man, like, is you out there swinging, or I mean, is you like what you gonna do?
Look, hopefully I properly assess the situation, right? Because I mean, depending on what happened, now the circumstance, something's gonna have to happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what
All right,
it is.
check it out. So y'all got that early, right? Y'all got your tables and your chairs and shit. You got your tent set up, and right before the parade comes, motherfuckers just come pushing. They all in your shit now.
Well,
They sitting in your chairs. They digging in your cooler.
man, before you got all in my shit, I should have been and hollered at you before you were able to get that deep.
Right, but how you do that?
Oh, simple. Hold on, man. Like, this one spot.
Fuck you mean hold on, nigga?
The hat on the slick.
Hold on.
You can't even rope the shit off, like, dog. No more. Not right now. I seen the security killing this one lady on the social media. You feel me? But in that circumstance, I just gotta address him. You know, like, bro, I'm here. You see everything here. What you doing? Now, if you want to get all humbuggish and all that sound good. At the end of the day, I'm here. You feel me? Now, depending on what's said after that, or depending on where it's gonna go. But at the end of the day, man, I mean, I'm gonna address you because you violate the area, you feel me? But I'm not trying to die over the area, but I gotta say something like, bro, what you doing?
You know, they had like 9 drinks left, dog. You know what's going on?
Like,
Take all of your cooler and stuff. That's a whole different level. Like,
right, like you doing that, I really have just cause, but we not out here trying to, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna speak on it. Hopefully you could be level headed and we could, if not, then they got people out there.
No, ain't nobody gonna be level headed, good. You know that right off the bat. Bitch, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? What's that with it? I mean, fuck, what's that with it?
I can hope.
Yeah, bitch, I'm out here. I'm out here. What's that?
Well, then, we gonna see what out here get you. Like,
bitch.
That's all I really can say. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll see what out here get you. But I'm not, we're not trying to do all that, bro. You see the kids out here.
I don't want no smoke. I got shit to do tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm saying, you see the kids running around, bro. We trying to have a good time. All I need you not to do is don't step over the line.
Yeah, you got to get off. You got to get off my foot.
Enjoy the drink, but that's the wrong cooler. You know what I'm saying? Like, We out of there.
Look, you good it. Then a nigga pop by 2 of them ginger ales and he wastes to it. He wastes them. Look,
Look, don't play with my ginger ale, boy. You already. But dog, fighting as grown men, bro.
Pop 2 of them ginger ale.
You didn't let us into it because that might have me fighting as a grown man if you waste my shit. You know what I'm saying? But we all saw what happened with Jawan Howard after the basketball game. And like, what y'all think about that, bro? And it brings me back to a couple conversations we already had, and I could frame them in various ways. But self-control, being able to regulate yourself, playing a role, like it bring me back to a lot of instances. What y'all thought when y'all saw the shit? How would you have handled it? Do you think he was wrong? Yada yada yada. Talk to me.
I think he was a little salty because of the circumstances. They were down by 20, 25, whatever, and Wisconsin coach called a timeout trying, you trying to score more? You trying to rub it in my face. You know what I'm saying? So I think the words that they had, I think that it should have stopped right there. Right? It was words. But the other coach, the Wisconsin coach, he put his hands on him. Like that's something totally different. You know what I'm saying? And coming from where Jawan Howard come from in Michigan, you feel me? He come from Detroit. You see what I'm saying? And it's like that's a different that was a lack of communication, okay? And I think even that wouldn't have pushed it overboard. But I mean, I don't think he necessarily did a bad thing. I mean, I don't see how it will be a good thing, but I don't see necessarily.
Should he be fired? Should he be
no,
fired?
he shouldn't be fired. He shouldn't.
No,
be
he
fired.
shouldn't be fired.
He shouldn't be fired.
Suspended?
He should be reprimanded in some type of way, though.
I don't. The same way I don't see a player getting fined or kicked off a team for fighting. The same was applies to a coach because he's in the game too. He's competitive. He got emotions and investment in the game too. So for him to get upset and to have that fire, I think that's just part of the game. I think that whoever was at the game, they did a good job in like keeping it from actually going into a worse situation. But I don't say like I wouldn't say I like seeing that, but I wouldn't judge him for it.
All right, Speed. I see you up there shaking your head. Talk to me.
I disagree with everything Hatch has said.
Every fucking thing I said? You disagree with everything I said?
Everything. I'm gonna look at the bigger picture. Jawan Howard is a leader of men. And when you're a leader of men, there's a certain conduct that you must conduct yourself in.
Man,
let me finish, Hatch. Let me finish, Hatch. I gave you.
Go ahead.
You was able to talk freely, my brother. I understand the situation with Jawan Howard. We know what it takes for a black coach to get a head coaching job in sports. I would have liked Jawan Howard at a big school like Michigan. Because when you're coaching at Michigan, you're not just coaching for yourself, you're coaching for the next black hire somewhere else. They're watching you. And he handled that situation totally wrong. It is your job to stop the other team. It is not the other team's job to stop scoring on you. And that's how I feel about that situation. I feel like he should be suspended. And this is a black eye for the black coaches and the black community.
Let me before you go, Ren. Let me just rebuttal this bullshit he talking about, because I get so tired of that leaders of men and all this. We talking about sports and basketball. We talking leaders of men and all that bullshit. He ain't raising nobody child. Like these are mature. We talking about half of them ain't gonna be there no more than a year and something. Like he ain't raising no men. Like what that's all about? Number one. Number two, if that was true, I would rather him be the example to stand up for yourself in all situations and not fucking back down just because somebody expects you to because of race and all this other bullshit.
Hold on, God.
Stand on it.
I got you. Hold on,
I
God.
want some.
Look,
Go ahead. I'm done. I'm good.
Rebuttal, and then we're gonna let you get yours. Then go ahead, Black.
All right.
Once again, I disagree. When don't the coaches go to the parents' home to recruit? So one of the conversation the parents have with the coaches is my child gonna be in good hands because I'm giving him or her to you while they're gone.
Have you ever been recruited? You ever
No.
had a coach come to your house?
No.
Okay.
Doesn't mean I lack the knowledge of knowing what happens.
No, I'm saying we had the conversation and and they came with the same rhetoric, he's gonna come back a man. And my dad is like, what the fuck is you talking about? We talking about football. You ain't gotta teach him how to be no man. We talking about football, academics, and that's it. You ain't doing nothing to teach him how to be no man, except for being the example. I mean, we talking about basketball here.
I disagree
So
because
Right,
sports have lessons that parallel with life, right? You saying basically he could tell his team, hey, if they put their hands on you, no matter what time of game, don't exercise discipline and self-control. You could fly off at the deep end. You know why you could do that? Because that's
not
the
what I'm saying.
example that I'm setting.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's what you're doing.
No,
You're leading by example.
No.
Just like if it's a tight game and he would expect his star player or whatever player in the game, if the other team chirping at him or doing whatever to antagonize him, he expect that player to exercise some discipline, right? And I feel as though even though they're I don't like the term college kids because they are adults, but they are still being guided and molded into what they're gonna be. Those lessons translate to life. Like kids go to college and some of them wild flying off the deep end and some of them are reined in a little bit. So to me, if we and like Jay said, it's already hard enough for a black coach to get a job. You could like it or not. You could say, oh, they didn't look. Every example they could use to say this is why they're gonna use that. This is dude, yeah, we understand that's where you from, but you know why they expect you to act differently? Because they're paying you you're getting 7 figures, nigga. You're getting this $1 million job. You can't act like where you from. You gotta act like where you
but and everything get lost when it comes to that. If it would have been another coach and not Juwan Howard, it would have been about them and not about what Juwan did. Nobody's talking about. All he said was, I'm going to remember that. And he made a comment to the other coach and shook his hand. The other coach decided to escalate the shit. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, don't make it look like Juwan Howard flew off the handle. Don't make it look like that because that's not what happened.
No, he retaliated. It's just like in any other sport. If nigga push you in football,
so he doesn't
and you push him back, who getting the flag?
He doesn't have the right to stand up for himself.
You got the right to do whatever you want to do, but then there are going to be consequences for that action. Like you can't tell me there's not another way he could have handled that. You know what I'm saying?
We're not talking about another way. We're talking about was he wrong for doing it his way? He didn't.
Oh yeah,
it's not like they had. Listen, it's not like they had an all-out melee. He made sure he made physical contact, right, and stood on what he was talking about. I don't think he has no. There's no problem with that.
Bro,
I don't see no problem with that.
Go ahead.
But that's when the purpose outweighs the situation, though, Hatch. And the purpose for your Juwan Howard at the University of Michigan.
That's who you represent,
man.
And does that cast the university in a better light or a worse light?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
It don't matter.
That don't matter. It don't. I'm gonna tell you this.
Bro.
If that was my
you think the AD or whoever his actions didn't matter to him? You think they gave him a pat on the back? Good job. That's how we want you to represent Michigan.
I don't think it even matters. I don't. I think a week from now nobody will even talk about this.
That don't mean it's not gonna be some consequences. That's only because some
I
other
don't.
shit gonna happen. But that don't mean in his life he's
I,
still not dealing with
I
that.
think they're making more of this than what it really fucking is
But what
because
if
it's Jawan Howard.
but what if in the
No, I
future
think
and
anytime
Jawan
a coach
Howard
swing
needs a
on another
job?
coach is a big deal. The last time I remember it was Buddy Ryan when he swung on your boy. It don't happen often because most coaches preach discipline. So they try to practice what they preach, I would think.
Again, like I said, it's not like he went out there swinging on people. He delivered a message, and they became physical. They upped the ante. So, like I keep saying, like you keep saying what he did, and he did. If that was my coach, he got all the respect from me. If he hadn't did nothing or said nothing, then yeah, I can't. You ain't being no
I
example for me.
respect him,
No,
but I
I'm
think
not saying he the only one
still
wrong. Both of the coaches wrong.
still not a
Both
good
coaches
look
equally wrong. But I'm
overall.
looking
You
at
feel
John
me?
Howard because he's the president.
And I kind of look at it like if I'm like when I played bitty ball, you know what I'm saying? My coach got mad, he broke the chalkboard. Looking at coach like coach a little crazy. Now if coach would have slapped the piss out another coach, even if the other coach pushed him in the chest first, I'd be like, I wouldn't necessarily want
Ready?
that him coaching my
You
son.
ready?
You feel me?
You
So I
already.
understand what both of y'all saying. I don't think it was a good look. I think at the end of the day, he lost his cool. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really think you could debate that whether the other guy was the instigator first or whatever. You still got to kind of show a level of restraint. When you went to giving him the big finger, that you should have just gave it all out. You feel me? But
Mhm.
to reach across 2, 3 other people to hit him, now we got students
Right.
involved. It could have escalated a lot bigger than it was, but to the point where students had to start fighting is already too far gone. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm kind of, I guess I'm agreeing with both of y'all in that. Like I like Jawan, I respect him a lot. Just do better, bro.
Yeah, I definitely don't think he should lose his
Word.
job. But in that instance, I would have
Oh no, no.
expected him to diffuse the situation and not escalate it.
Yeah,
But and
exactly.
once
Hold up,
again,
though.
fellas, for the future, this might be used against him if he's trying to get another job.
Come on.
We got to put that in perspective. They will use this.
Look, especially if he's not winning too. You know what I'm saying? If you're not winning and you done some
If
crazy shit,
if this was a pro gig, I'd say yeah, he probably in trouble. But some of the mystique of the college sports is the passion and the fire behind the sport. Every year, Florida and Florida State is gonna have a fist fight with some team. Every fucking year, Miami is gonna have something going on with some team. Every
players
year
and
it's gonna
coaches.
be a Army Navy melee. That's part of college sports. That's why I don't think it's gonna be no like big hoorah. You know what I'm saying? So to be honest, I think it's really gonna start bringing this whole March Madness and Final Four and all of that. I think that's gonna bring it to a head, especially if both teams fucking make it to the Sweet 16. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think it
I
just
don't
makes the
think
story
Michigan
bigger.
making it.
Huh?
I don't think Michigan making it. I don't.
Why?
They might be
Why?
NIT bound. I don't think they record looking like that this
You,
year.
have you seen them play?
Nah, I ain't been. I haven't followed
Michigan,
much college basketball this year.
Michigan. I only follow Michigan because of Jawan Howard. And in this particular game, they top 3 fucking players are out. They playing with a bunch of freshmen. You know, not making no excuses, but you can definitely see. I watched the first half of the game. Definitely see that compared to the other games of earlier games, they're undersized and just don't have a as good a ball players as was hurt. So I do think they're gonna recover. I do think they're gonna get in the playoffs, and I do think they got a chance of getting to the fucking at least the fucking elite 8.
I think they coach about to get suspended, and shit might not go the way you think. And after that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how they staff looking or whatever, but I mean, it's an example to be set. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, college basketball, college sports, and the University of Michigan, they don't want the coaches fighting. You're right, it is passion and this and that, but that be the players. That be 19-year-old adrenaline fueled kids. It don't
Do you
be
know?
40, 50-year-old men. Now the grown
Listen,
have
the
to
same
forfeit for
the
it,
same
but that's
university
outliers.
the same University of Michigan, right? Hired uh the 49ers head coach, right? Didn't he have a similar situation with the Detroit coach after a game when a dude came and shook his hand all fucking hard and shit and he pushed him in his back, right? You remember that, Goody?
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Oh,
think he ran up on him and snuck him. No, I think he went
brother,
like gave him,
I think
a
that's
little
Jim
brush
Schwartz.
up. You know what I'm saying?
Jim Schwartz, right? Wasn't it Jim Schwartz?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Harbaugh and Jim Schwartz. But
That
yeah,
was one of the reasons. That was
he
one of the
didn't know,
reasons Michigan hired him. I'm telling you, Michigan. A lot of them schools are about that fiery shit. You don't think that they evaluated Juwan Howard? You know what I'm saying, for this job? You
So
don't
you
think
don't
he
think
know?
it's gonna be no repercussions?
No, I'm thinking they know exactly what the fuck they got. And that incident don't really shit or tarnish his character. You look at Juwan Howard's professional career. You look at him, his collegiate career. You look at everything that has, you know what I'm saying, that he has shown about himself. And that little one situation is not going to tarnish who he is. And I think they already know that.
Well, they say that's not his first incident. That's the second. And once the boosters and stuff get to calling, actions will be taken. This is not playing well for the university. It don't look good aesthetically. And even if that's what we brought you in to do, we ain't like the way you did it just then. Go take a seat, go fall on the
Facts.
saw because we're taking too much blowback for this. So
Nah,
at the end of the day, it's gonna be a consequence for it. Yeah, you're right. They know who they got, and guess what? Now you got to go sit your ass on the side because this ain't playing well in the media.
hey, bro, we got one more round. All Star game weekend. Uh, I guess the highlight, obviously, Steph with the 16 threes, but he went for 50 points, damn near broke the record. Goat James, game winner, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Goat James. Slam dunk contest was the worst product I ever seen on the court
booty.
per the
The
NBA.
worst ever.
They definitely gotta improve that product, bro. You know what I'm saying? In the 3-point contest, I ain't tripping off. A shouts out to Cat. Did y'all enjoy the game? Highlights for y'all. Who would you like to see in the in the dunk contest that could give it some life? Because man, that
I
shit was
watched. I
horrible.
watched. I didn't watch any of the skills competition. I don't really like the skills competition. I watched the rookie
Okay.
in the soft game. I think that was pretty good. They shouts out to a big man, right, for winning the motherfucking 3-point competition. That's I think he, you know, he gave a little leeway to the big motherfuckers for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to be in the paint. You know what I'm saying? But if you got the skills, it ain't your fault that you 7 foot. If you could shoot, you should be able to shoot that ball. The dunk competition, I think at this point they have exhausted all of the possibilities. Like, what can you fucking do now for a dunk? You fall out the sky, you know, jump over a fucking elephant. I mean, what else? What else is there to do?
Nah, I'm with you, bro. I completely agree
I
with you
think
on the
if they,
dunk contest.
I think if they just say go on a 3-year hiatus from the dunk contest, just that alone is gonna, you know what I'm saying, maybe it'll build up the interest and people will want to come out and perform and do a better job. Plus, they didn't have the best dunkers in the dunk contest.
That's what I'm about to say. I think they got to get star players or bigger name players involved. Like nobody know these guys first and foremost. And from based on what I'm hearing, a lot of the players saying like, "Pam, put $1 million on the line. Whoever win, take the bag." You know what I'm saying? Get 4 of the best dunkers in the game, and let's see what it is. I understand like you want the up and coming stars, but that shit was trash. Another thing they should do, it shouldn't be the last event. They should make the 3-point contest because that's like the most exciting thing, right? Like the dunks ain't like you said, it ain't no new dunks to do. Like it, I don't. What else could you do? We done seen them
Not
all.
to
I did.
mention,
I
not to
did
mention
like the
it's a
Duncan
3-point
Tim's.
shooting
I
league.
did
Nigga.
like the windmill with the Timberlands on. I think that was
But
dope
see, I
for
mean, it's
I'm
not a
tired
new
of
uh
dunk. It's
skims.
just new theatrics. You just dressed it up different, and that's what it's become. It's about what props you could bring in and how well you could disguise the same dunk we done seen 30 times.
yeah. I mean, I think the last really good slam dunk performance that I could say was the coldest shit was I'm gonna go back to the fucking Dwight Howard and goddamn uh what's the little short motherfucker name?
Nate
Nate
Robinson.
Robinson.
Nate Robinson.
I
You know
enjoyed
what
the
I'm saying?
fuck out
When
of
they was
that one
doing the
too, man.
Superman shit.
Dog, I'm gonna
Since
say
then,
that.
since then I can't remember like
I'm gonna fight you
anything in
on
my
that.
mind.
You
Huh?
Aaron
know, Harry
Gordon, dog.
Gordon.
Man,
Zach
that boy
Levine.
was doing some nasty shit out there, dog. There's no way that dude shouldn't be a slam dunk contest winner.
Who?
And that's what they should do. Maybe, dog, you know what? They dropped the ball. What they should have did, this was the
Bring
75th
back the losers,
anniversary.
huh?
They should have brought back Levine. They should have brought back Gordon. And, like, give me some big names. John Morant and fucking
John
your
Morant
boy
was
from
supposed to be in
Minnesota.
it. John Morant was supposed to be in it, but they wanted him to play in the game and all of this shit. So, you know, they a lot of people are being held out because of injuries too.
Mm-hmm.
Because Zach Levine and DeMar DeRozan wanted to get in the slam dunk competition, but they were like, okay, DeMar, you might be getting traded to the Lakers, and to help them go on a push. What if you roll your fucking ankle? Like, sit your ass down.
He ain't coming to the Lakers, and
Facts.
the league just soft now, man. I want to see the best players dunking, and if we can't get that, just take it out. Just go with a 3-pointer, come with another event or something, because that was a waste of time.
What about
Mm,
what about them merging with the big three and having a 3-on-3 competition?
I wouldn't mind seeing
yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
I've heard a 3-on-3, 2-on-2, or 1-on-1 tournament, like to see who the best player is or something like
Like
that.
like
But
King of the
again, it's the
Court,
same thing, right? Injury concern. One
like
on
King of
one,
the
you gonna
Court,
roll an ankle or some shit.
or hustle. What if we play a hustle? Five player hustle to 21.
Look, bro, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna swing at the spade. I don't think them boys really want to compete like that. Nigga don't want to play no three
I don't.
on three. You gonna get exposed out there. Certain
Mm.
people really play with that chip. Other people just be out there with that bullshit. The Greek freak out there gonna fuck over whoever out there. You talking that 3-on-3? Them boys don't want that smoke. 21. Ain't too many of them really want that smoke. Nigga want to shoot, look pretty, and chill. They ain't trying to compete,
I don't
dog.
even think owners are signing off on that. We about to let you another.
I think that'll be fly as fuck though. If you take, the big three from each team, and have like a little quick tournament. I think that'll be fucking dope as shit.
Man, I'm gonna take it down a different avenue. Um, I know me and Win Rent for sure the biggest Kobe Bryant fans. Um, this being the 75th anniversary, I definitely remember the 50th anniversary. I remember those fly ass jackets they had. I wish they would have had the jackets for this one. I didn't like the Blazers was okay, but I wish they would have had the jackets with the team on there. Um, and of course, man, Kobe not being there. Like this is the 75th anniversary. This was a big deal to me. This was a big all-star game. Getting to see Oscar Robertson, the Charles Barkley's of the world. Um, getting to see LeBron and MJ embrace. This next time we have something like this, a few of these brothers is not gonna be here with us. Some of the older players, I say. So this was a big all-star game for me. Me and my two sons, we definitely said that I watched this with them. I wanted to watch this with them because I wanted to say, look at Oscar Robertson, my boy, look at Magic Johnson. We had a good time as just father and sons watching this particular All-Star game, and yeah, man, it really saddened me because man, really would have wished Kobe would have been there. But that was the highlight for me, the 75th anniversary part.
Well, say, bro. Shouts out to the Mamba. I'm glad they named the award after him. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Steph for looking like a Mamba out there. And
Shooting in front of the parking lot.
I do feel like they had a couple of people should have been on that list. Maybe we could touch that next episode.
We're gonna have to because they got some snubs.
Some snubs, you know. I ain't gonna even say the name right now. I'm just gonna hold that because I definitely think they had some snubs. What you say, Hat?
Scottie Pippen.
What about him? Snub?
I'm
He on
asking.
He on there.
Okay.
Yeah, Scottie Pippen on now.
Yeah, Pip on there. He was there last night looking.
Yeah, he was on 50. He was top 50.
Yeah, so yeah, Pip on there, but I think they missed the ball. Well, they dropped the ball a little bit on this one. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, you know, next time we get together, we can kind of touch on that because I got a bone to pick with the league, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna have to chop it up. I wonder if you're talking about it. So I think you are, but I'm saying what I'm talking about.
Yeah, bro. So you know, I want to thank the brother Jay Speed. You know what I'm saying for rocking with us today.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you coming through, chopping it up with your rounds. You dig? Feel free to pass back whenever you can, brother.
I'm definitely gonna spin the whip around the bend. You
Been the bend, baby.
You and Head can lock up a little more, baby. Yeah, we always here for the smoke.
I think he misses his round caveman. I think caveman is missed.
Both of y'all full of shit.
But look, hey, sometimes caveman can be low hanging fruit, baby. Shouts out to my dog. He definitely bring that juice though. We be missing caveman, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad we could definitely bring our other rounds on and you know, and just keep it popping. So yeah, that's what it is, man. What you say, cuz? I see you.
Oh shit, I'm cooling like a smooth in the cut, baby. I'm just chilling. I'm thinking about my dog. Hope he shake back. But I wanted to say, man, I thought he was wrapped in the bubble. I thought he was good. You heard me?
That what he was saying. He was acting like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all this, y'all that, and you come up coughing. You dig?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Look,
that bubble done been burst.
Hey, tell him go get him some ivermectin like Joe Rogan said.
Gotta watch that boy. Yeah, we already know he's real controversial.
Yeah, high seat right now, baby, for Joe Rogan, baby. High seat.
Yes, so man, look, I'm out the door. I'm about to get my little grub on. You feel me? Get on this 2K for a little while. So shit, I would definitely get with you, brothers. Hopefully, we back rocking and like a cutoff.
I know my thing. Broken record. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good shit. You heard me?
Yes, what you told on over that bar?
That's a little vape cartridge I got, man. You know, trying to cut back. You know what I'm saying? It's my last. I think a couple of little nugs. After that, I'm putting it down for a while.
Well, we're gonna definitely test that theory on the next one, man. Y'all stay up with it. You know what I'm saying? Put the big T on it. You heard me? We out the dope.